negotiate. What if I made you young again? And then Kronos perked up. He seems very interested in that proposition. If I make him young again, will you go in the portal and go work for Light again? Like the good old days. And he's saying, yeah. Okay, so now I have to get Source to agree to make him young again. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Well, that's not hard for Source, you know.
Of course not.
One sec. Source is scanning Kronos. Now you realize this is not full Kronos, right? Just a part of them. Like,
yes.
This is not all of time. It's just a little chunk.
Yes, it's a fragment.
Of the time-space continuum, yeah. He says that we must also know that he fell off. That's why he was found, kidnapped. Is he fell off because Steve, back in that era, he tried a new recipe.
With the scrolls?
Yeah, and he was trying stuff that he shouldn't have done. He didn't mean anything bad, but Steve was playing with aspects that were so advanced that he ended up breaking a chunk of time. That's what he's saying. So before he goes, he wants us to know the truth.
Okay.
Almost there.
Okay. So
He's
can you
standing up.
forgive?
Oh, he says the anger was not towards Steve.
Okay.
The anger was towards the lizard, the priest and the lizard king.
Oh, that's
they're the ones that had him trapped.
Yes, because
said,
I would not leave time like angry with Steve.
No, he said he understood what Steve, as a young electrician, I guess you could call, understood what he was trying to do. And he said that he broke off, but he could have gotten back in on his own. It's the fact that he got kidnapped.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
That's what made him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So can he fill himself with love?
He said it's almost done. The transition is almost done.
Oh, good.
It's Source doing it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just in the bubble. We're watching.
Okay.
He's standing off the rock. He's not like leaning on his cane anymore. He's standing upright. And he looks like he's about 21 now. And yeah, he's walking right on in the door. Actually, what I see is like a million different little ones of him, like all in a row, going all the way to the light. And he's just like stepping over the threshold, the portal, and he's joining them, and it's becoming like a big long row.
Wow.
I know, it is amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's done. Like he's fully reintegrated now.
Can you scan the Steves and be
Yes.
sure that Kronos and his presence didn't leave marks or trace or memories?
Okay, one moment. He left behind the box. He gave it to the mental Steve.
Okay, the box with the scrolls.
And he says, do with this what you wish. It belongs to you.
All right.
Now I'm getting a sensation. Now the mental Steve He wants to merge it in his heart.
Good.
Um,
And then we will place some protection around his heart so
okay,
no one can find it.
okay, one moment. I gotta tell him he can do it. Okay, so this is the knowledge that he had forgotten. And this is the knowledge that there was a blockage, like
Mm-hmm.
in real life, from
Yes.
accessing. Um, and he's so happy right now that he has it back. This is my knowledge, he says. This is my wisdom. I had lost it.
Great.
And he's putting it in. Now he's glowing gold in the chest.
Okay. So you can ask him to create a web of protection around this.
3 layers it'll take.
Perfect. So no one can find it. Just Steve will have access to
Okay.
his knowledge.
First layer, golden light. Second layer, no, wait. Pink, white light, golden light. And third layer closest is silver spikes, like a mesh, like a grid that
Okay.
can no one can break through.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Like barbed wire,
Yes.
spinning like this.
Mm-hmm. But it's safe for Steve.
It's not evil. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So
It's
it
not
won't
evil.
hurt him.
No, no.
Okay.
This is
But
high
if,
level. High level.
yes, so if someone wants to steal something,
Impossible. Impossible.
impossible. Yes.
Even we can't. No, we wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
Hold on.
Nice.
Source says this makes it so that it is okay. So now what I see is Steve. Steve will have consciousness mind. Warrior Steve. So that's second level, right there. And then direct link to source. Nothing. No angels, no guides, no dead relatives, no interference, nothing.
Okay. So can you check the connection with Source right now, as
It,
today?
it's still a little weak. The silver wire could be thicker, and
Okay. Okay. So Steve,
it's not protected.
okay. So imagine upon your crown chakra, the light coming in from Source. And as you feel it, make it thicker and larger so it can take space. As large as your head, and then large as your shoulders. Can make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And all around it, you create a protection.
Mhm.
Yes, a protection layer. So this is invisible. And protected from low level energies, from any energy who wants to interfere with you and Source. So,
Oh,
Daniel, is it
mhm.
working up? Does he need
Yeah.
help?
It's interesting. What I see is all that light
Yeah.
shrunk into like a new technology. That's what the mental Steve is saying. And it's like a thin, like plastic wrap. And it went all around the Steve body, the one, the surfer dude, the physical. And it
Yes.
went, and he's like coated,
Okay.
like an invisible cling wrap now.
Okay.
And it's like if
100%.
you try, yeah, and if you try to almost knock it, it goes cling cling, like you can.
Like a
It's really
diamond
cool.
skin. Yeah.
It's really cool. I'm trying to bombard it with stuff, and you just can't. It's kind of neat.
Nice. So the connection to source.
Yeah, it still needs some work though. That thread, it needs
Yeah.
to be like about that thick,
Yeah.
I see, but
Mm-hmm.
it's about this thick, I see.
Okay. But it will it grow larger in time?
I get a no on that. It has to be done, and it has to be done consciously.
Consciously? Okay. Right now?
Uh, well, and he says now or never. So hold on. How do you do that? How do you do? Oh, okay. All right, all right, all right. He has to growl.
Okay.
He has to growl, create a sound wave. Sound wave has to spin, and in the mental guy has to do his part. It has to do with them two, like getting to know each other. So I'm like, whatever, do it, just do it. And it has to reattach from the heart. But
Yes.
he, yeah, like there. And again, there was that spike, that I pulled out.
Yes.
So he says one moment, because there's a little bit of pus. There's a bit of an infection there. So he's massaging the heart. It's coming. It's kind of gross, actually. It's a little bit of milky substance coming out. He's got to get rid of it. Uh,
Okay.
all the pain is coming out of the heart. Okay, now the lion guy is now roaring. Oh, wow, okay. And that's healing the heart too. Oh,
Fantastic.
I see it. It's like a tree, like it's growing roots, and it's all going like this in the heart, and it's getting thick like bark, and it's growing and growing. It's no, it's like the bark is going around the thread.
Yes.
It's getting more solid, more and more. It's sparkly, like a dress, like a,
Like glitter?
yeah, like that fabric with that you make dresses out of.
Wow.
It's going, it's going. It's almost at source. It's almost there. It's almost there. It's almost there. It's almost there. And now they're injecting the colors because you have to have like the 7 colors of the spectrum, like the whole. So now it's glowing like a rainbow. It has to reach, like, those popsicles that go like this and they're rainbow,
Yes. The
like
twisted one?
the twisted one. He
Yes.
says it has to look like that to be right. Almost there. And the tip has to be white, like right in the soup, you know?
Yes. Wow, that's
It's
fantastic.
getting there. It's getting there.
Hmm.
It's very colorful. Lots of color. Um, It does look sweet, like you almost want to lick it. Really. It does look like candy, like glass. It looks like glass candy. Like it really looks like a popsicle. Wow, wow.
So it's going up,
Mhm.
up to source, to his source. Yes, to, yeah.
Okay, okay, done, done, done.
Wow. Thank you so much. Steve, you did a great job there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty pleased. The one that was shackled, the mental one.
Yeah. So can Daniel, can you scan his like emotional bodies maybe? If to see if there is beliefs or old programs preventing him from his evolution to freedom?
The feminine aspect is wounded.
Okay.
Feminine aspect is crying.
Okay.
Deeply, deeply injured. Feminine aspect. I see her. She's got bandages on her cheek. Wait, this cheek, right? And she's got some bruises on her shoulder, left shoulder, and arm. She has her arm in a sling. Actually, it's like
Okay.
broken, as though she's been beaten up. And I'm asking her, who beat you up? How did you get like this? She says men.
Mm. Okay. What does she need to heal?
Yeah. Well, this sounds really cliche, but she just says love.
Okay.
But she says she's tired of love.
But she can have love from source. It's not the love from men. It's unconditional love.
She says, I don't know what that's like anymore.
Can Steve channel some love from source?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you
Since
can.
he has his new connection, can he channel some love, the unconditional and perfect love from source? And
The surfboard, Steve. He put his hand on her shoulder. He feels bad for her. He crunched down and gave her a hug. And he says, I'll take care of it. He says, I'm sorry. I should have been. What? He's telling her, I'm sorry. I should have listened to you more often. And she's just looking up at him. She didn't really say anything. Her eyes are really wet, like from crying.
mm,
She seems, I'm getting the sensation from her, she's still not ready to forgive the surfboard Steve for some of the decisions he made. She got beaten up for it in an
oh,
emotional way.
yes.
Ah, crap.
Pick
These
up
two
the,
have to work it out.
yeah, just pick up the memory. She has some memories that are not useful anymore.
Okay. You know what? He's offering her a glass of the water. And I'm telling her, if you just drink this, it'll all go away.
That's right.
Oh, I don't know. She's not sure. She's looking at him, looking at me. Hold on, we got to let her make her decision. I'm telling her it'll end the pain. Hmm? Well, she's drinking. Thank God. Okay, I told her it'll taste like milk. Now she's drinking it. She's drinking it. Hmm? Her skin is going from gray to like normal peach color, like skin color. She kind of looked like a zombie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, it's getting there. Oh, she's pretty. She's very attractive. Now, anyway.
Good.
Um, okay, the sling is off. Okay, she's here moving around. Okay. Now she's smiling. Okay, nice teeth.
Mm-hmm.
She's standing up. Well, no, he's grabbing her hand. The surfboard.
Okay.
Steve
Mm-hmm.
is grabbing her hand, and oh, she gave him a hug. They're hugging right now, and he's kissing her on the cheek. Yeah, she's got her arms around his neck, and he's got his arms around her waist like this.
Oh.
And now they're holding hands side by side. So I've got warrior, mental,
Yeah.
her. I get the name Sasha for some reason.
She's the emotional body.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Sasha. And then we've got surfboard.
And then surfboard. Perfect. We have everyone. Huh?
And it's like they're all holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm watching, those like a superhero X-Men team.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all standing straight now.
Good, good.
And I'm scanning again. Yeah, everybody's clean now.
Perfect. So I want to check the heart of everyone because it's all the same. It's all a Steve in a way.
Mm.
So I'm proposing an activation of the heart
Mm.
of everyone. So I, Steve, activate the quantum diamond in the heart of all my energy bodies. And when it's complete, I place a protection made of pure source light around it.
Um, okay, interest. The warrior lion is a blue diamond.
Okay.
This one, mental, is a yellow white diamond. Sasha, which is more spelt like Sasta, like SAS apostrophe TA kind of.
Okay.
Her is a ruby red diamond. Uh, Surfer dude. He's a green diamond. Like green, like the ocean water. Green.
Yes. So all diamonds are now connected.
Well, there's like a little thread going this
Mhm.
way, like connecting them all.
Yes.
But they've all got the thread going to. Oh yeah, they all go this way to the surfer. The yeah, and then he's got the rainbow one going to source.
Perfect. So this part seems to be complete for now.
It looks good.
Okay. So now I, Steve, integrate in all my physical cells down to the DNA, sovereignty, divine autonomy, illimited creativity, liberty, unity with my source, and divine love. So the DNA is now informed. I download this new information in all my bodies up to my higher planes of existence and send this information in all timelines to reach my other selves.
I get the number 540. It's important to take note of that.
540. What is this code? What does this mean?
5 plus 4 is 9, 9, 9 levels of reality, of course. He started at the ninth floor. 5 plus 4 is 9, but also 540 billion years is how old his spark is.
All right.
He was there not at the creation of all the universes, but he is there. He was there at the creation of this universe here.
Okay. So all this information is now available for all his fragmented self, all his parts, all the DNA, everywhere, in all timelines.
I get the number 90, 90.
Okay.
Once again, 9 relating to the floor he
Uh-huh.
belongs to.
Okay, good.
But 90 is the amount of simultaneous aspects of himself that are running at this moment live,
Okay.
not including uh, the split offs of choice of
Mm-hmm.
timelines, but that's 90 consecutive. It's a very advanced, a very high number of splits. So when he feels lost and confused sometimes, that's why some of them can
Mm.
interfere.
Now every part has all the information of this session we did today. So they can grow roots from their hearts.
I have to communicate so they can communicate with each other, you mean? The 90 personas?
Yes, if they want to,
Do
if
you
it's
want
good. If
um,
it's good for Steve, so we can ask the higher self of Steve if it's a proper thing to do today.
the mental body says he can handle it because it's a lot of he's laughing and he says it's the equivalent of a lot of texting. But uh, he's got 90 people to text with. He says he sure won't feel alone That's what he says. If that's what you want, he says, I can do it, but
Okay.
only the cells,
Yes.
not the other characters.
No, just the cells. So does Steve the surfer and Steve the feline accept? Oh, and Sasha, the heart, the
Yeah, is it
feminine
all?
part.
Okay, she still says I could always use more love.
All right.
Lion dude says I'm tired of fighting on my own.
Fair enough.
And the surfer dude says, that's awesome, man. That's it. So I think they're good. All right. I said, take it away, maestro. Like literally, the mental body weight took out a wand, which is funny. And from the wand, I see this web of all these wires going really fast.
So it's
All
wiring his
my,
parts.
like he's holding it up like this,
Uh-huh.
and it's all from the tip.
Yeah.
It's all like a web, like a spider web,
Yes.
glowing. And he's attaching all the hearts now. Ding, 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 ding. And the other hearts are just clear diamonds, like not really colorful. Oh, you kind of have to flip them.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, when you rotate like a revolver, it's time for this bullet, for
Yeah.
that bullet. So he's organizing it where you want to talk to that one, you got to go click, 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 click. Light
Oh,
is
that's
going to be
good.
on that one.
Yes.
And then if you want to talk to that one, you'll go click, 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 talk to that one. And
All right.
like that. So he
So
says it's the
the
best way to organize that.
oh, perfect. So the physical Steve will have to learn how to communicate and text.
Yeah. Yeah. He has to just ask mental.
Yeah.
He says, just call me S. But it's done. It's done now, integrated.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And Steve today had some questions. So I will start by his first question. It was a story about the scrolls he hid. What can I do or steps to take to ensure the knowledge of Atlantis and Lemuria is brought back to Earth? Who wants to answer the question?
Oh, mental. S.
Yes.
Do you want me to let him through and speak?
If you can, yes. Hello, S.
Greetings.
So, did you hear the question or I have to repeat?
Indeed, I have.
Okay.
Please take note.
Yes.
A series of minimum 3, possibly up to 7 consecutive, regressive, you call them therapy sessions,
Yes. Well,
would be required in order to reach the goal that you wish to achieve. The information is vast and quite dense in vibration. If it arrives in a single wave, it shall topple over the ego and create much unnecessary havoc within the cellular body. And we know this is not beneficial for what is the use of having the knowledge if it kills you in the process?
Of course.
So take note, between 3 and 7 regressive hypnotics regressions to bring the data back slowly and reintegrate it. It should take no more than 5 to 10 years, depending on the will of the person. And that is your answer.
Thank you.
And then passing it on through books, introducing himself as guest on podcasts, knocking on doors, anyone who's willing to listen to the information, talk of it, about it, like-minded people. You call that process going public with it?
Mm-hmm.
He's particularly concerned more about information on how to charge crystals and use biological means to heal the body instead of exterior sources like medication and technology. That's what we see he's referring to, and it is possible to achieve this, but there is a great body of knowledge that was lost. It could be done within 5 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next question.
Are there other implants or hooks or attachments in his physical etheric bodies? Or we cleaned everything today?
It is clean as it stands currently now.
Okay.
But there is still great possibility of interception is the word, because like we said, I was kidnapped myself, and look what they did to me.
Yes.
It is because, if I may add, we were not kidding when we said he's a wanted man.
Mm-hmm.
In the realm of the lower Lizard King realm, he's a wanted man. He's on the most wanted list. Because if he can achieve bringing back this knowledge, the earth will ascend, will it not? Yes.
Yes.
And what do these entities not want?
Mm-hmm.
For the earth to ascend.
Yeah.
So they're working quite hard. He's quite high on the, yeah. It's definitely an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But he's aware of this. He travels during his sleep. And he gets into some pretty nasty fights. with these entities. And that's part of his real job, because he's undercover here now. And we are quite confident that the changes made will assist him in remembering who he is. So at this point, the answer is no. No implants.
Okay. So maybe you can ask for more protection around him and invisibility.
Yes, the saran wrap coating is a technology
Yeah.
from his home planet
Okay.
that I have installed. It is electromagnetic polymer, if you want to call it that. And it sits at the between the spirit body and mental body layers, so that the emotional and physical bodies do not get attained by any uh, implants.
Perfect. That's very good. Okay, so I have another question. So,
Yes.
okay, I know I am working with cosmic grids connecting Gaia to the galactic and intergalactic net, undoing the distortion and restoring balance. Please, can I have more clarity on this and ensure any blockages to my understanding are removed?
The integration of the scrolls in the box within myself and my liberation will be conducive to this goal, and so will the regressions.
Okay.
So it can be achieved, this goal of his, but he must remember first who he is. And that will come flooding with that information. So, first, remember who you are. And with it comes remembering how to do your job.
Oh, yes, of course.
So, secondly, that grid is being worked on by a whole team of people,
Mhm.
most of which it's been decided are to remain invisible, not not on Earth.
Okay.
But because the way we see it is, the ones who are on Earth who are asking to do more, like he is. Um, we've tried giving them information and opening up opportunities within the 3D realm to
Mm-hmm.
act upon it, but it's so limited and dense, and the energy is so low that no real change could really be seen at the level we needed it on the fourth and fifth dimensions. So, as painful as it is for these beings who are in the incarnate state to feel as though they're not participating in this fantastic episode in time and in your evolution, it's one of those. Let's compare it to being part of the team, but you have to sit on the bench and just watch the game,
Oh, okay.
because it's not because you're not a good player. It's because, well, when you throw the ball doesn't go as far as the other guys because you're so limited with gravity and, a body and so on and so forth. The mental power
Yeah.
cannot be pushed to the level where we need it. So we have professionals working on the grid. He's talking about the cryon grid, the magnetic field,
Okay.
and attaching it back, because there are some wounded aspects. They're mostly in South America and around the equator. You know it as Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, like those. How can we put it?
It's dark spots. Mm.
It's where you have the most amount of war and strife and famine, and it's where the what you call evil is brewing. This is the pus of the earth, the infection.
Yeah.
We are working on it. The best way, what we would suggest to help reconnect the Gaia grid to the cosmic grid, is to start with, because the Gaia grid is connected to the heart of every human.
Yes.
The message that we have for that would be to start at home, inside yourself, and be generous to the point where it's uncomfortable. And that will help break down the ego some more, thin the veil within the self. But it will increase the vibration of one and the recipient. It's a win-win, the giver, the recipient, and if they choose to pay it forward, and so on, and that would help repair the grid. So it would be through, how can we put it, unwavering display of compassion with zero judgment of that person's past. If that practice is practiced, just generosity for absolutely no reason, and compassion for absolutely no reason.
Good. Yes.
That would be the only way we can think of that a soul in a human body could help the team that you're not seeing that's working on the grid.
Okay, so this is great information for Steve, but also for everyone else.
Indeed, it is.
Thank you. He has another question. What is my connection with my 3 children and grandson in this incarnation?
Mm. The blind one is obvious. It's to help him see better. So that they made a contract with each other for the one soul to come in with no sight, so that he can be a walking, talking, living reminder to Steve to see the world from his heart, not his eyes, while he's here. The 2 females, the little one, has been a fairy, a pixie in many incarnations. And he knew her as a pixie. A pixie